Okay, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Viewpoints with me, your boy, the man, NJ to the city with the number 2 NTO. Let's go. Now, picking back up where I left off on the last video when it came to, again, bad apples. You know, me not letting those bad apples who backstab and betrayed me, keep me away from, or just lead me astray from what I feel like my true life's purpose is, which is, again, going out there and being the most constructive volunteer I can to, I guess, churches, charities, schools, community service, stuff like that. And as well, the best and most constructive role model and mentor that I, big brother, and other stuff like that I can be to all these kids and even some parents that, again, just need the help, need the advice, and so forth and so forth. And like I said, that's just something that I struggle with. I definitely do struggle with, and you're going to hear about that in other albums. You're going to hear that about, really, I've made a few songs like that. I made the song called To Be Close to People was definitely about that. And even Stress Over Nothing to a certain degree was about that. And you're probably like, how is Stress Over Nothing about that? Well, most of that song, if I'm not mistaken, I pretty much said I stress over nothing when it comes to some of my friends backstabbing and betraying me. Majority of my friends are very good, very good people who have great respect for me. If not great, good respect for me. A good majority of my friends. But like I say, I still struggle with the fact that I've been betrayed before by a few bad apples. And I feel like, my biggest paranoia is being betrayed in the future by more bad apples. And I do feel like in many cases, God might be testing me with those bad apples when it comes to, are you going to let them people shake you when it comes to, actually going out and, moving wherever to just, like, for example, like, the best way I can explain this is that I feel like I feel like, and I posted it on my Snapchat at NJ number 2 the city. One of the top things I do on my Snapchat is promote God and promote Jesus and promote His salvation and stuff like that. So shout out, God bless my good friend Lexi, who I believe goes to some school out in Orange Park, and she pretty much does the same thing on her Snapchat. And shout out, God bless all the people who are like us who do that on our Snapchats and our Twitters and everything else like that. Again, making the world a better place through Jesus Christ and His salvation, so on and so forth. Because again, what the culture needs is definitely more Jesus, and more love and more care, more passion, and all that other real stuff that I've gone into with multiple other videos and other music, and I'm going to continuously go into more music with, But as I was saying with these bad apples, at least the way I look at it, I look at these bad apples as, like I said before, one of my biggest paranoias is the fact being that, I'm going to end up letting these bad apples, get the best of me, negatively get the best of me to where, what I just say, forget everybody, forget society, I'm going to go out, and live in the mountains or live wherever else, and I'm going to just let everybody fend for themselves. And here's the problem with that, that is not what I need to do whatsoever. And like I say, God forgive me for thinking those thoughts that even today's January the 16th, 2018. Yeah, even today, I thought, because I feel like I'm again that close to being betrayed by one of my friends that I thought was real and all that other stuff, but so on and so forth. Pray for me, pray for that person as well. But the big point I'm trying to make there is that I feel like I can only take so much of that backstab and that betrayal before I do just say, you know what, forget everything, everybody, forget society, I'm leaving y'all to fend with y'all stuff, I'm going to just go over here on this side and care only about myself and, shut all y'all out of my life. But I can tell you that if I do that, then I am ultimately, I can't tell you what I ultimately am, but I can tell you if I ever officially did that, it would, I do not believe I can fully live with myself if I did that, because I do believe if I ever did that, it's just the epitome of, I hate to say it, but quote-unquote letting the devil win, because I'm pretty sure, again, that's one of the top things the devil wants. He wants to distract you from your life's purpose, and with many of these mainstream artists out there today, that's exactly what he's doing, and some of y'all already know who I'm talking about before I even have to name any names. And especially if you know spiritual discernment and you know real lyricism, you know exactly what I'm talking about with these artists that are literally in the mainstream leading everybody astray. And I can't stand the fact that they're getting all that money off of literally promoting pure poison, and I mean negative poison, negative garbage, and it makes you wonder. Like, God bless all the parents and all the children, but it makes you definitely wonder, where are all the parents when you need them when it comes to, you know, telling it, literally doing their jobs towards telling their kids right from wrong, getting them into some spiritual discernment on what to and what to not to listen to, and if you're going to listen to this, you're going to listen to that, listen to it with discernment to know that that's not what you should be out there spending your life doing, you know, so forth and so forth. And like I said, I can get into the names, and I will get into those names eventually. Like God bless all the other Christian artists or just rappers or singers who, you know, are just, you know, like they are rappers or singers, but they're, you know, like, it's just like, for example, God bless Andy Mineo, but I remember watching one of his Sway in the Morning interviews where he's like, you know, I'm not a Christian rapper, I'm just a rapper who's a Christian. I think Lecrae said the same thing pretty much, you know, and the way I look at it, you know, God bless them, but they won't, they would, you know, but they'll, from what I know and from the music I've listened to, they will subliminally call these guys out, but they're not, you know, by name calling them out. For me, the way I look at it, I'll do both. I'll subliminally and I'll say your name. I'm not gonna just subliminally do it. I'm gonna subliminally and say your name. So eventually, I will put some names to what I just said when it comes to all these some of these mainstream artists distracting you from your life's purpose, promoting just utter garbage and filth, honestly, at least if you ask me. So I'm going to get into that in another video some other time, but like I said before, one of the devil's purposes is to distract you from your life's goal. Distract you from your life's goal, distract you from your life's work, distract you from your life's purpose, you know, to lead you negatively astray, to make you think that all life is about is a bunch of all these negative, again, you guys, I don't even have to explain this. Literally, you guys got, again, and the reason why I say I don't have to explain this, you have, again, like 100 sermons out there, you know, on YouTube left and right about this. I really don't have to explain this. And not to say I don't want to, but I'm just saying, I mean, just saying, you got a lot of sermons out there about this and a lot of expose videos about the music industry and entertainment. You got so many videos about that stuff and the discernment. So I mean, I really don't have to get into it. I probably will eventually. If y'all just want to hear it from me and my analysis of it, I'll probably get into it eventually, but just not in this video. But the point is, you know, again, definitely pray for me that I do not lose focus and I don't just go out there and leave everybody to just fend for themselves. Like, just move away and leave everybody to fend for themselves. If I were to ever move out of the state of Florida, it would be to move to another state so I can see what type of volunteer work I can do there to help clean up that culture. But what I'm saying with the, you know, pray for me part is pray for me that I don't lose sight of what I know my purpose is in life, to go out there and, again, go out there and help clean up these cultures and help improve the quality of life for these people. You know, pray for me that I don't lose sight of that focus. Because like I said before, I feel like personally I only have so many, you know, people backstabbing and betraying me left to go before I do just say, you know what, when I move, I'm moving so I can get away from everybody and just leave everybody to fend for themselves. Pray for me that I never actually go through with that attitude and that mindset, because I feel like that mindset is already what's plaguing the majority of people today. Is that only look out for yourself mentality. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to care about way more than yourself in today's day and age. You have to try to find that love and passion and desire in your heart to care about more than just yourself. There's a reason why I make all this positive, inspirational music that I make, but I also have a lot of trials and tribulations music that's coming up very, very soon to express all of the negatives and, you know, that I've gone through, to you know, express all the heartbreaks, the anxieties, the depressions that I've gone through. Not a ton of them, but I've gone through quite a few. You know, that's made me think to myself, you know, what's even the point of having friends to a certain degree. But again, I love people for better and for worse, and I just hope that they learn I hope people just learn how to be more real with each other. For example, the suicide rate can totally go down. You know, again, start being kinder to each other. Start letting each other know that we are family and you have a home here with me and other stuff like that. You know, that can go down. I think if you ask me, one of the top reasons why it's so up is because people feel so lost, so lonely, so deserted, and they feel like they have nowhere else to turn to. Because either nobody's trying to help them or whatever else reason I can probably name, but I can't think of right now. Same thing with the car crash rate. Guys, even though I'm not, you know, driving out on the same roads as you every day, I'm telling you, simple as this, please try to drive as effectively, safely, and cautiously as you can. Drive for your, again, with love and passion of the Father in you. Please drive for the next man as well. What that means is, again, try to drive as safely and cautiously as you can, because especially for the the rate amongst the youth when it comes to car crash related deaths, it can go down, way down. But we have to, again, it's a collective effort, ladies and gentlemen. Drive for more than just yourself. Cherish your fellow man. And again, this is going to be very difficult for a lot of y'all to hear. Start cherishing your fellow man as your family, as a part of your family. Literally. For a lot of y'all, that's probably like, man, please. But trust me, it will work out. It will, trust me, it will be one of the most, I want to say, life-fulfilling things you ever do. It will be one of the most spiritual, fulfilling things you ever do when you start caring about your fellow man as a part of your family. You don't even have to know his first name, but you still know you care about him as part of your family. Trust me, that would be one of the most spiritual, fulfilling things you ever do, So forth and so forth. This video has 11 minutes left. Again, thank you all for watching, listening, viewing, subscribing. And like I say, bad apples. That's one term for them. Two-faced deceiving snakes. Another word for them. Or just fake people, fake friends. Like I say, pray for all those people who possess any of those character traits, because those are not real character traits that are going to lead you to the kingdom of God. Those are character traits that are going to lead you straight to the pit of hell. And again, God does not want any of his children to go down there and burn for all eternity. He wants us all in heaven with him for all eternity. So forth and so forth. And again, for all parents out there, treat your relationship with your kids, as an eternal relationship, because again, like I say, God gave you that kid, and because again, you may be amazed how many school reviews I've read where it's like, again, it's just bananas a little bit, in some of these school systems and stuff like that, and that's another reason why I'm so passionate about. It don't matter which school system they put me in, just put me in a school system and let me do what I can to help clean up this thing, because again, I'll die for these people. And I can say that with a straight face. I can look at you dead in your eyes and say that with a straight face. I love you. I care about you as a person, and I would die for you, and die for you in the way of where, I'm gonna help you through this, and we're gonna get this through this together, and I will die to try to help you become a better person. That's real stuff. Like I say, people, these character traits of fearlessness and so forth and so forth, which I possess and a lot of other people possess, spiritually saving the word people, by the way, possess, and just real people, period. If you ask me, again, it's not hard, but it does take steps, and you have to be willing to take those steps. Again, like I said, these negative rates can go way down, but we also need to, like I said, in order to effectively help them to go down, we have to start caring about each other as family, each and every last one of us, the next man. Start caring about the next man, as a part of your family, start, again, it's like I say, it takes steps. A lot of y'all probably like, man, Nick, get out of here with this. Like I said, I pray for you and pray for me, because I already know what I'm willing to die for. I pretty much said it in almost all my songs. I love all my friends. I care about all my friends. I would die for my friends. I love all these kids. I care about all these kids. I would die for all these kids. I know what I'm living for, and I know that what I'm living for has a lot of potential, and has a lot of promise, and has a lot of purpose, within it. And I'm just wanting to do what I have to do to just continuously own it every single day. But I do pray to God, and I hope y'all pray for me too, that I don't fall straight to where I do just say, forget everybody, forget society, and I'm out of here, and I'm not coming back, and just leave everybody to fend for themselves. Because that's exactly what the devil wants for me to do. He wants me to just say, forget everybody and just leave everybody to fend for themselves. He wants me to do that. And like I say, I don't obey him. I don't follow him. I follow the Most High, Jesus Christ, the disciple of the Most High. So forth and so forth, disciple of him, follower of him. You get the point. Man of God. So again, pray for me, pray for yourselves, pray for the world around you, pray for your fellow neighbors, and again, kind words, kind actions, calculated thoughts, calculated thinking. Let's help clean up this culture towards a better tomorrow for all. Jesus above all, saying us over for life. God bless. Take care. Your boy, the man, NJ to the city, out.